Okay, on the inside, I finished welding that solid up there to the cowl. And I'm about to put my dash in because I got to make my mounts. I've welded a plate right here on the inside all the way around into the cowl. And then I'll have to put seam sealer all along this just to help make all this right here watertight, even though the weld should be watertight. Finish all that in. Now that's where the wires will go for my power windows to the doors. So now I've kept this inner piece here for a reason, because that's all the factory mount bracket hardware and stuff here for this left side. So now I'm going to get the dash, put it into place, secure it down here, and then I'll get all my brackets made for the dash to mount. And once I know my dash is exactly where it needs to be, then I'll get my wipers back into place and check it. But I want to go ahead and get all the wiring ran back to where it needs to go, hook the dash up and crank the car up. I've not cranked it since I've done all this tear down, so I want to get it all together, check the wipers with them on high and intermediate, and then get the dash and everything back in, get the steering column set in place, and crank it. So that's what I'm about to do. Okay, I got the dash set into place. Now I used the factory places here, the rust openings, to see exactly where to put those there. Now I got to make my mounts on this side. Now I did keep this panel right here from the factory on here, and as you can see, the bottom of the dash does bolt there, so that supports the bottom of the dash. So my dash is bolted to this factory inner plate, just like a factory car, right there. And then this right here is where it bolted to the side, and then it bolted right up here. So now I'm going to make something right in here for this to bolt, and something right up there and down right there for it to bolt, so that I can get my dash exactly into place where it needs to be, so that I can go ahead and put my column in, my wiring, and do a test crank. Okay, I got the dash in. I've got aluminum spacers that go here. I've made my mounts for the back on this side. There's the one on the other side and on the back. So I've got everything I think wired up that I need to have wired up. We're going to test out our wipers, and this thing hasn't been cranked in a long time, so let's see if it'll fire up with everything that I've done to it. Okay, this is legitimately the first time that I'm going to try to crank it. I've not cranked it, and so it might not even crank, but I think I got all my grounds and stuff. We will see. And see how it sounds. Okay, now I've got the glass sitting in place, the wipers in there. So we're just going to go ahead and hit the button here to Right now they're running on high. Perfect. Let's go back in here and wipers may come a little bit far right to here. That's just because they're not adjusted all the way down. They need to go down further. I've just got them sticking up a little bit higher. I'll put them on low. You'll see they need to go down a little bit more because I can adjust this arm down. But the rubber will be right there to that mark there. No issue at all. That's it. That's going to complete this portion of the video. The wipers are working. Everything's stroking. That's going to be it for it. She finally runs. We would do a test drive video for everyone, but it's currently like 5 degrees outside and it's all iced over. So I don't think it'd be very smart to do that.